humanity, whatever amount of it there is, factor in it all? Are you conscious of it?
We're actually very conscious of it, very, very conscious of it. You know, he's a human being. Those techniques are so harsh that it's emotionally distressing to the people who are administering them. But even though you don't want to do it, you're doing it in order to save lives in the country, and we would just have to man up, for lack of a better term, and carry forward.
Do you think at all about the 9/11 victims in these moments?
The 9/11 victims are the reason that I'm here. You know, when they first asked me if I would be willing to do this, my initial thought was, I don't want to do interrogations. That's not who I am. And I knew for a fact that my life, as I had previously designed it, would be over. But I know the exact instant that I decided to pony up to this. The exact instant was a person there had asked me if I would do these, and I was hemming and hawing a little bit, and either him or another person said, well, after you've seen all that you've seen, all the intel that I saw suggesting the second wave was coming and it was going to be a catastrophic attack and all that sort of stuff, if you're not willing to do this, how can we ask somebody else? And that picture of that falling man flashed into my mind, and I thought, you know, I know this is going to sound corny, but this is true. Those people on Flight 94 gave up their lives, so that they could, save the...
My apologies for pausing you here, but the computer's going to cut us off in 5 seconds. We're picking this up.
People are willing to turn into warriors and give up their lives in order to save the Capitol building. What we tend to, that I should be willing to give up my moral high ground to go try to save some additional American lives. What we forget is Al-Qaeda tried to decapitate the United States on 9/11. They hit our financial center, they hit our military leaders, and they had intended to take out our political leaders. The loss of life was tremendous and horrible, but the real damage, can you imagine if they had managed to kill the senators as well as do everything else they did?
The president says we reclaim our moral authority by admitting our mistakes. Your thoughts on that?
That's a truism. How could that not be true?
He thinks it applies in this particular context. Do you?
I think the particular context has been misrepresented. I don't think that Senate report put out by the Democrats actually captures what happened. It cherry picks, it manipulates the wording, it frames the argument differently. It reads like a prosecutorial brief rather than an effort to get to the truth. And I'll just give you an example of what I'm talking about. As I read through that thing, or started reading through that thing, I noticed that there were they presented me in a very bad way, which I expected. But then there were lots of cases on the periphery where they talked about people raising concerns. You know, concerns were raised by, and I looked at the incidents and read through them, and I realized I'm the person raising the concerns. But they're not identifying me when the concerns gets raised. They're identifying me when there's something going on that they think will bring some sort of ill will towards me in the presentation of their argument.
So when this report, which was one-sided, did not include the Republicans, that they, quote, put a fatwa on you. Explain that.
It not only didn't include the Republicans, it didn't include the CIA. From my perspective, and from the perspective of the other interrogators that were involved that I've talked to, it seems almost like some sort of, you know, secret tribunal, some sort of star chamber. It's like being caught up in a bad spy novel. You know, they think we're guilty of some horrible thing. We can't be prosecuted because what we did was legal, and multiple investigations have shown it. So they had this meeting, $40 million, 5 years, however long it was, but they already knew the result they wanted. They didn't give us a chance to explain anything. They didn't even bother talking to the people at the CIA, or any of the people who were no longer at the CIA, though, had been involved, like the past directors. Then they issue this report that essentially stirs up all of the crazies and all the jihadists. And so now we're getting death threats and we're getting all kinds of things. How many times in your life have you had a law enforcement official call you up in the middle of the day and say, leave your house immediately? That happened to me a couple of days ago.
Do you feel your life is in danger?